you're welcome to the town hall. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes.
My remarks are not really going to be long because we have sent out communication on the War Relief Fund. We have also, during the last town hall, answered a lot of questions. So what I really want to say on behalf of the elders is very much a big thank you for the very positive responses that we've received on the very idea of the fund itself, and to thank our forces, our defense forces on the ground, on the messages. We've received a lot of messages from them, some of them which you'll be hearing today, and to emphasize the point that unity is strength. Because we are coming together to deliver on the end of this war with what our young boys, our sons, our brothers on the ground are doing, you know, a lot of people feel threatened already. It's like we are winning the war when we haven't really even started to deliver on the fund. So I want to really, on behalf of these, our elders, appreciate everybody for their own appreciation of the things that we've done, the ideas that we've put forward, and the way we are going, with the key word being integrity. Nobody wants to see anybody lose any of their children. Me as a mother, every time I hear that there's fighting on the ground because our boys are not united, I see the bloodshed and I am torn in two. I really am torn. So I want to, as every mother, and I appreciate all the Takumban women who came to this meeting today, because it is very important that we as women, we show our faces and we show our support. No woman wants to see her child die. And I consider all of these, our defense forces, as my own children. So every time I open my phone and I see a dead body, I see somebody has been killed, somebody has been wounded, I am broken in my heart. I am broken and I cry for our country. We cannot build a country tomorrow when our youth are dying. Who is going to be in this country? So really, my heart goes out to everybody in appreciation, in humility, in thanks, and in love, to say we come together, we are stronger together, and really we will deliver for our people with the right attitude. God is with us. I mean, I've seen so many situations, so many incidences during this our struggle that really tells me that God is with us. Really, I have faith, I believe so much, and I want everybody to feel what I feel, that this thing is going to come to an end. We will have a country at the end of it all that is beautiful. That is beautiful, is what it should be. That there's integrity in it, and everybody is happy. We want our people to be happy because they've suffered for too long, for way too long. And then on the flip side of it, just think what would happen if we don't really win this war and we don't get our country back. Because already just the stories from these towns, from Yaoundé, from Douala, from Bafoussam, from where our people are living, slaving as IDPs, imagine what will happen to them if we don't win. So we have more at stake to win than to just wait or to listen to the people who want us to remain at war forever. Because now I am hearing a new word called war entrepreneurs or something like that, that there are people who are making so much money from this war that they would like to see us remain at war for a very long time. We cannot do that. We cannot give in to those kinds of forces. So asking everybody to make not just their pledges, but to actually make their contribution so we can get this war done and done and see our country rise up like a phoenix from the ashes. Wait till I fit talk again. I don't talk all thing. Honestly, my heart dey burn me every time I see some my pikin, some my brother die because of this war. We want for build we country, and we not go build that country where the pikin they no go enjoy. We must save our people. People first. Our people first. 8 million. We must count our numbers when we enter back for our country. And I encourage everybody to contribute, to speak up, to share. This is a joyous occasion in the midst of war. So it's our coming together as a sign that we love each other and that we are determined. We are determined to be our own people. Never, never, never a minority in any kind of arrangement whatsoever. In our own country, that's what we want. I thank you so much. And I say, let the contribution, let the celebration, let the money come into our coffers so we can actually save our country. God bless everybody today. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Mucha. And I want to thank fellow comrades who are here today to launch this War Relief Fund. It is something that, with all the intelligence that we've been gathering from ground zero and working with our liberation forces on the ground, we had analyzed all of this. And I remember there was a meeting that we got into that meeting. Comrade Mucha came late, and Mark Barretta, Sikot, and some other leaders within our revolution were in that meeting. And I told them there was a necessity for us to create a national defense force fund, a national defense fund. That is the way I called it at the time. And it is very important, and that is what is needed in our revolution right now. And when I had that call yesterday from Comrade Mucha, when he sent me the program of the War Relief Fund, I was overwhelmed, because after analyzing all the information that comes from ground zero with the state of our war and the happenings on ground zero, we could conclude that the way forward to stop the ills that are happening because of the war, you can name them: war, economy, kidnapping for ransom, and moreover, make very good use of our resources, can only be done through a national fund, a fund that is going to sponsor the war. Because there's a mistake we keep on making, and even some of our liberation fighters have taken advantage of it. They are loyal to every other group, and some individuals in the diaspora. And somebody will tell you, I have my group. And then they come to you to take money. They come to town hall to take money. So we are just wasting our resources. But this fund would guide against all those kinds of malpractices that take place on ground zero and even here in the diaspora. And when I look at a fund like this, an initiative like this, I believe it's the thing that we can do together, because that we're talking on a united platform. It's a platform that will unite us more, and even bring those who are sitting on the fence and say, oh yeah, we have lost the war. But I have bad news for those ones, those Ambazonians who sit in their comfort zone and say we've lost. Our revolution is intact and in track, moving towards the right direction. Because as we see, nature has a way of selecting good from evil. And now what we see are those who are doing the work, because this is work, it is not noise. And we know those who are making noise in our revolution and also benefiting from the war economy. So my fellow comrades, there are things that we're going to realize with this initiative if we support it and do it well. Like in that meeting that we had, we're supposed to have follow-up meetings. They never came up. Because there's one thing that is wrong with us Ambazonians, is that we create an initiative, and then later on, when it starts moving forward, some people start dragging it back. Instead of, if there are some malpractices, instead of coming up with solutions. So we need, in order to run this first, we need to be solution orientated. I know there are lots of Scrum Masters here, but I would just want them to say, apply. We need to be really agile in doing this because it's a kind of a complex environment. But what are we going to achieve? It will bring back that confidence that our people had in our revolution. It's going to bring together our forces. We see what is happening like in Bui. And I'll tell you that Bui is controlled by the Bui warriors. From Jakiri right up, it's controlled by the Bui warriors. This fund, if we can do it well, can also make us take and hold territory. We'll be able to provide for our restoration forces the materials that they need. Until today, I mean, I don't really feel good when I see our restoration forces fighting so hard, and we are out here singing praises about what they're doing, and we are not able to give them just boots or a uniform to fight with. This fund will create what we've been working on, the Ambazonian army. We cannot be saying we're a country when we don't have an army. So we'll be creating that Ambazonian army that will take care of kidnapping. I just got some information about thieves who have also taken advantage of the war, and they are harassing our people. That will be able to stop. It is also going to help us to bring back discipline, the needed discipline in this revolution. Because any victory, whether it's done by the town hall or whether it's done by any group, it should be an Ambazonian victory. It should not be for that individual, because all of us are working. We are servants. We are working for our state. We are not working to take the glory. We are working as patriotic citizens of our country. And that is how this platform, this fund, can bring us together. The way we're looking at it was, there is a community. I know DAC has really gotten a financial platform that they've been working with for quite a while. That is a good initiative that with the defense team, our liberation forces, they can look over this funding. And also maybe the different stakeholders who are here can form that committee with defense, with members of the defense team who can look over this funding while they build the Ambazonian army. This will restore the confidence on ground zero between our communities and our defense forces. Because we are trying to build that relationship right now in some communities, that certain things have happened there, which Ambazonian liberation forces have been implicated. And when some people even report from ground zero, they say, oh, our boys are standing against us. We'll bring that discipline within our forces because they need training. And some of us just think, okay, now, yeah, some of them have grown. They've trained themselves in the process because this war, we didn't plan for it. But they still need training. How to deal with information. We know that the world works today with data. And we cannot just, let them do the things that they are doing. some of the things are not right. We need to make sure that we tell them the consequences of certain actions that are being taken during this war, by some of them during this war. And that needs a bit of training. So in this fund, we'll build that relationship that they can work with a central command from the diaspora and work to achieve better results. My fellow comrades, I'm so overwhelmed and I'm so happy that those elders who sat and decided that we launch, well, they call it the Ambazonia Relief Fund. I called it at the time National Defense Fund. I think it's the right thing that all of us Ambazonians, no matter what our leanings may be, should support this fund. And I'll call on also those who are putting it together to make sure that they relate with different stakeholders within this Ambazonian project. Because it is important that each and every one of us play our part in building institutions for our country. It is not when until we get to Buea that we start building these institutions. We must start, it is here and now that we must start. And we must continue to build on getting an Ambazonian army that is loyal to the Ambazonian people and to the flag of Ambazonia. An Ambazonian army that is not loyal to individuals. Because when they are loyal to individuals, what we are preparing ourselves is, maybe when we get to Buea, we should be ready to encounter a good number of warlords. But if we have this fund, build this force, be able to manage this fund very well, this initiative very well, I assure you that when we get to Buea, there is nobody, even if their intention right now is to be warlord, that person will have no place in Ambazonia. So it's very, very important what we are doing here tonight. And I want to encourage all of us to be part of this initiative. Because, like we all know, they say many hands do light work. We are doing a lot of work in diplomacy. And also fighting the war in our different outfits. But when we know that we have a commission and our defense forces working on that commission, focused on the war, we know that that has been dealt with, then we can focus with other things and deliver the results that we need for our people. And that promise that we promise to our people is that we must deliver Ambazonia to our people. And in initiatives like this, and some of the strong institutions that we have created, like the Bank of Ambazonia, the DARK platform, these institutions that we need to start seeing how we integrate them together to work for the people of Ambazonia. It was not created as an institution for IGK. No, it was created for Ambazonia. And we need to start looking into all of these blueprints, like what Yaah Maggie just talked about. I know that there are groups that have done a lot of initiatives so far, but we need to start bringing these things together, bringing them together, come up with white papers and different issues, and start working on them right now. We may think that we still have a lot of time. Some may say, oh, we still have a lot of time. This thing is going to take us a lot of time. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of work being done at the background. It may shock us that our freedoms may come when we are not ready. And we need to be prepared. And these are stages of preparedness. This initiative, like I spoke with Comrade Arthur yesterday, I said, this is something that has been killing me, and I tell our team all the time that there must be an initiative like this. There must be a national army, and I see that we are in line. This is the way to go. Because if our elders who see better than us, who understands better than us, would come up with such an initiative, then I believe that it's the way to go. That is the direction to go. And all Ambazonians should line up behind this, support this, as little as you are. Our responsibility is what? It's our patriotism and our stewardship for our nation. And that is what we need at this time. And that is the only thing, and the last serious thing, that is going to bleed the enemy and bring peace to our land and give us access to our land and an opening that some of us can even go to ground zero in areas that will be freed and even speak to our people, comfort our people, and tap them on their backs and say, well done. We fought this together. We won together. We are Ambazonians, and that is the spirit. Anything that we fight and we achieve, any win that we win in our efforts to reach out to the world to support us, that should be an Ambazonian winning. It is not for that individual, because we are all servants called to serve our people. So I'll be talking to my team. I've already been talking to them. They know about this. This debate was going on our working platform even last week, without us even knowing that this will be launched. And I believe, representing our team will stand in support of this initiative, because Ambazonia is first in everything we do, and we are open to work with anyone who proactively works for the freedom, dignity, and identity of Ambazonia to be restored. Thank you, fellow comrades. And I just want to use this opportunity on behalf of my family to thank those of you who support us morally and financially during the loss of my father. We are very grateful. Thank you so much.